All right, welcome to my presentation. We're going to be talking about the 9th grade edition that's going to be taking place at Sardis High School. My name is Zach Wallace. To accommodate the staff and students, we average about 125 students in the 9th grade every year. We're going to have one administrator, one counselor, and one secretary. There'll be 6 regular ed teachers, one special education teacher, and one custodian in the 9th grade edition. The site for the 9th grade edition. This is our track, this is our football field house, and this is our football weight room. We're going to replace that with our 9th grade edition. With that, we're going to have some site adjustments. So what we're going to do is we're going to relocate, this is our football field, we're going to relocate the track around the football field. We will probably have to move the bleachers back. And then we have a large area here that we're going to build a 2-story weight room and field house with coaches' offices. This is my addition design. It's an octagonal shape with rooms, the classrooms, coming off each side of the octagon. We've got an art room, a history room, English room. We've got a computer lab that has access to a media room. We have science class, a science lab. The science lab has storage. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. And we have a math classroom. This is the entrance into the school, and that leads, when you enter into the school, the first thing you see would be the administrative offices. We'll explain that in detail. We have 2 teacher workrooms located on each side of the school, with a special ed classroom connected to one teacher workroom and a custodian office closet connected to the other teacher workroom. Here is our commons area. It has comfortable seating. We have boys and girls restrooms, and we have 2 privacy niches on connected to the boys and girls restrooms. Outside we have areas for our outdoor classrooms and other things that'll be discussed later in the presentation. The structure and the mechanical features of the school, we're going to match the existing school with the same exterior brick. It'll be interior block. It'll be a dark tin roof, so it'll look just like what we have now at Sardis, the high school. Tile floors. The heat and air will be individually controlled in the classrooms. We'll have high quality LED lighting. Just a couple of years ago, we changed the lighting in the high school, so this 9th grade edition will have the same lighting as the high school. All classrooms and areas will have internet and Wi-Fi capability. The focal point of the school. There will be a dome over the commons area, and it'll have a skylight, sort of to the kind of like the example you see in this picture. That'll be the focal point of the school. In the administrative offices, we'll have a principal's office, a counselor's office, a secretary area, a bathroom, and a conference room that can be used for anything. It can be used by the community, it can be used by the students, and it can be used by the staff. This is what the classroom design will look like. You will enter the classroom from the hallways here. You'll have computer stations on this left-hand wall. There'll be an instructional area on the front wall. We'll have an individual learning area. We'll have a large group learning area, and we'll have a clustered small group learning area over here. The teacher area with storage, this can be rearranged, but just for a suggestion, we do have a door that leads outside in every classroom, so the teacher area with storage would be a good idea to put the teacher there because of that outside door. And then we also have storage area. We'll talk more about that through the next slide. Classroom features. The furniture in the classroom for the individual work area, as you saw, we'll have computers lined on the left-hand wall. We'll have also desks there for students to work individually if they prefer to do that. In the large group area, we'll have comfortable couches and chairs where they can sit and relax and think. In the clustered small group area, there'll be movable circular tables so they can work with 2, 4, possibly 6 students or up to 8 if they want to move the tables together. The instructional area will have a Promethean board that will double as a whiteboard. Windows. 3 sides of all classrooms will have windows, and there will be skylights in each classroom. There's teacher and student area as mentioned before, and then we do also have a door that leads to the outside areas. This is an example of how the science lab and the art room will be laid out. Here's the entrance into the classroom, to the science lab art room. There'll be a facilitated area here. Be comfortable seating with couches and chairs on the left-hand wall. In the middle of those classrooms will be movable tables. In the science classroom, we'll have gas and water hookups. Those tables will be able to be hooked up to gas and water. And then we'll have an individual work area with computers to do research on the right-hand wall. The science lab has a storage area off the back of it, a big storage area to store any supplies. The art room will not have that, but the science lab does. The science lab has 2 doors that exit to the outside. The art room does not. Primarily, we're just looking at the classroom here at how the art room and the science lab will be set up. Science lab and art room will be high functioning. There'll be movable tables. All the tables will be movable. There'll be areas to display student work. It'll have vinyl sheet flooring. That way they can make all the mess they want to make, and they can clean it up. And then there'll be sinks in there for cleanup as well. Some ideas of that you can see in the pictures. Both rooms have vinyl sheet flooring. These tables are movable. The media room, it will have a recessed roll-down screen. So that screen will be remote controlled. You can control it with a remote control and roll it down, roll it up when needed. It'll have theater-style seating, sound control walls with theater-style lighting. And the media room will double as a recording studio. As you see in this example of a picture, it will be similar to that. The 2 privacy niches, it'll be suitable for up to 2 to 4 people. We don't want more than that there. It'll have comfortable seating and it'll be non-threatening. Additional areas, we talked about this in the design picture. We'll have 2 teacher workrooms on both sides of the school, so it's has easy access for the teachers. We'll have 1 special ed classroom. There'll be a snack area off the back of the administrative office that is close to the commons area. The commons area will have comfortable couches, comfortable seating. Custodian office and closet will be attached to one of the teacher's workroom, and then we have the bathrooms as we saw in the design. Outdoor areas. We have 2 outdoor learning areas, 2 outdoor classrooms. They will be set up to do individual work, small group work, large group work. The individual area will be just comfortable chairs spaced out with maybe a desktop that can be moved for the students to use. The small group area will be round tables, and the large group area will have outdoor comfortable seating. There'll be a plant garden with fish ponds and an amphitheater. On the next slide, we'll see some pictures of examples of that. Here's an example of what will be in the plant garden. We'll have planter boxes. The students can do research in these planter boxes. They can test the soil, they can test fertilizers, they can do all kind of data analysis. So this will be good for the science and the math classroom for as statistics goes. The fish ponds will be similar to this. With the fish ponds, students can do feeding patterns, study feeding patterns of the fish. They can test the water quality. So a lot of research can be done with those 2 areas. And then our small amphitheater will look like this. As you notice, we do have concrete around just to give the amphitheater feel, but there is areas to sit on the grass. So the students can sit on the grass, or we can bring chairs out there to sit as well. Since we are an addition to the high school, this will be our shared resources. This is what we don't have to accommodate for in the addition. We'll share the nurse with the high school. Now, it's no different. It'll be no different for those ninth grade students walking to the nurse's office as it would be for the students that were in the weight room if something happened. It's not far for them to go. We'll share the resource officer. He'll be asked to go between the two schools, two buildings. We'll share athletic buildings and facilities. The lunchroom, the ag and home ec building will also be shared. Safety and security. If you remember the picture that our addition is going to be, it is bordered on four sides. One border is what we call bus road. It's the only vehicles that come through that road during school time are the buses for pickup and drop off. We have a parking lot. On another side, the baseball field borders on the third side, and then there's a tree line. So this is away from any pedestrian movement. This is away from any busy highways. The safety of the placement of the school is in line with the safe procedures. School will have a fire alarm and fire suppression system throughout, automatically locking exterior doors with keypads. So the teachers won't need keys. Everybody will know the code to get into the school. Teachers, all the staff members will know the code. The administrative offices will have a NOAA weather radio, and we will have emergency locking features inside the classroom. So the doors that enter from the hallway will have emergency locking feature that can be locked inside the classroom in case of a threatening situation. And we also have another safety feature that we mentioned before is exit doors. So if we want to run in the part of the run, hide, fight, we can run out the doors that go to the outside. Anybody have any questions? Thank you for your time, and that ends my presentation.